Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with G. How you doing? Now, I was going to mind my own business and do this video along with my marriage to medicine recap. But I decided to go ahead and come on and talk a little bit about Dr. Heavenly Elaine Kimes for a minute. I'm not going to call her Elaine because it's disrespectful. She earned her doctor degree in dentistry, her DDS, and some other letters behind it. So let's give her the respect that she deserves, okay? So, Melody is not my savior or Lord and Savior like people say she is. I hold up for what I think is right. And I'm about to give y'all my opinion, real and raw, like I do. And I'm not going to hide, sugarcoat, or anything for anybody. Okay? So let's get right on into it. So Dr. Heavenly is in hot water, right? And she is in hot water because she made the statement in defense of King. Now, I know damn well some of y'all out here in general watch the show. And then some of y'all went running with that clip. The clip literally said, I watched the entire video when she was on YouTube discussing what happened between King and Dr. G. Her statement was in reference to specifically Dr. G. And I know some of y'all know that. Y'all just wanted to, stir up some shit and make it seem like that she is homophobic. I don't believe Dr. Heavenly is homophobic, y'all. I know you know better than that. The statement was taken out of context, in my opinion. She said these words. She was specifically, like I said, speaking on Dr. G and King. So basically, to me, and the way I interpreted it, is that she was really calling Dr. G the bitch. Because what had happened was, and a lot of people don't know, because for some reason, they chopped up that clip and cut it out when Dr. G told his wife to shut the fuck up. So King thought he was talking about his own wife. He didn't know that he was also speaking to Quad. See, Dr. G, he has this little problem where he can think he could talk to women because they're women. Now I'm just going to throw in a little bit of the show in here. That's why I just wanted to do the recap first and then do this video, because I have to go back and reference the show. Did you see the show last night? Huh? You still think Quad talks too much too? Did you see him trying to sun his wife, who she kept reminding him that she was medically trained to lift certain amounts of weight and combat trained in the military? Did you see how he still tried to sun her and make her understand, or should I say daughter her? That's what I call a daughter. When a man talks to his wife like that, try to put her in her place. Because he was being a punk bitch. Running from King. So, when Dr. Heavenly was recapping that, yes, she spoke a lot. And I don't think she was out of line. What she said was, she was saying that Dr. G is a bitch and he's a soft man. And he probably, if the situation, this is the way I took it. My interpretation, my opinion. Shout out to Tim, Judge. The way I took it, she was saying that Dr. G is a soft ass, bitch ass man. And had that situation been reversed, he wouldn't have stood up for Dr. G. And let me give the example. Dr. G, Quad, all I'm talking. And then King tells Sweet Tea, Bitter Tea, aka Bitter Tea, to shut the fuck up. What would Dr. G have done in that situation? And my interpretation of these events is that Dr. G wouldn't have said a damn thing. Because he's a punk puss bitch. Okay? Now, let me address my gay brother. Let me address you guys, because you know I love the gays, okay? Ain't nothing over here homophobic, but I can tell y'all the truth, just like anybody else should be able to tell you the truth, and you understand what I'm saying, and not take it as a homophobic slur. That's just like I was speaking on the other day. I don't agree with Israel's occupation of Palestine or the Gaza Strip or whatever. West Bank, all of that. I don't agree with any of that. But as soon as you say you don't agree with that, you're considered anti-Semitic. You don't have to be I have never once made a racial slur against a Jewish person. I have never once said that they should be, to me, that's what racism is. Okay? I have never once said that they should be hanged or lynched like what happens here in America. I don't agree with any of that either. Okay? Same thing with my gay buddies. Okay? I don't agree with being able to any violence or anything that against gay people. And to me, that's what homophobia is. That's out and out homophobia. Or you making threats against them. None of that she did. She made a statement. That was her opinion. Okay? However, where the statement took a turn is I can see gay people getting offended or gay men being offended because it implied that a gay man wouldn't stand up for his or her lover. And I've seen, and let's just be real, okay? I've seen my gay stud friends, okay? They're still women. I've seen them get, I'm trying to say it how I'm thinking. They're lovers. I'm trying to get it in proper context so I can be clear. I'm not scared somebody call me homophobic at all, because I know damn well that ain't the case. And many times I done got burnt up in front of Caucasian people defending homosexual. But I'm trying to say my gay friend, I saw her get into it with a guy because the guy was trying to holler at her partner. I'm trying to make it so the scenario so you can fully understand. Okay, so the scenario is my gay friend and her partner were walking. This is when I was in school. Yeah, I can always go back to a reference in Jackson State. Okay, so the guy he disrespects her. So her stud lover tries to defend her. Well, hell, it took a whole bunch of us to come in and because she's still a woman, and confront dude about trying to. Well, then his argument. Well, she thinks she a damn man. Let her fight me like a damn man. I said, first of all, shit, this is me. That I always have been the type get my ass get beat or not to stand up for wrong. Okay, that's just always been my character. And so when I saw her getting disrespected, I was like, okay, well, it's gonna take all of us to whoop your ass, because this big muscular dude. But we stood up for her, right? So look at that situation in reverse. That's what she was really trying to say, in my opinion. I wish she hadn't just specifically said gay men, because my clear understanding is that she meant soft men. And it came, when she added the word gay to it, it made it seem like all gay men are too soft to stand up for their partners. When we know that's not the case. You could go mano a mano with, and that's the same thing. That's the same way I feel about when homosexual men, they have a tendency to want to fight women. Another experience I had. No homophobic bone in my body. I'm not trying to defend people who are homophobic. That's your orange ass president. That's a prime example of homophobia. Okay, look at that. Not Dr. Hill. Okay. So, and by the way, she has apologized since then, and that does not make your issue any smaller or make you feel any. I can't tell you how to feel about what she said. That's my point. But I can express my opinion on it and tell you what I think. Okay, let me see if I can tell this other story. If I think I lost it. But anyway, I had like, I had several stories of, oh yeah, I know what it was. I was at work one day, minding my own damn business. I drove around the corner. I didn't see one of my gay co-workers coming from around the corner. Right? He comes from around the corner. He had, and this is a war that we all have to face in this situation. Because he is gay, no man in that room took up for me, because what they told me is once we got into it, that they would be afraid that they would be considered, it would have been like a gay crime. Okay? So, a hate crime or whatever. So he decides he wants to attack me. Now, we didn't fight. We at work now. We almost come to blows because he's coming around the corner and I'm trying to get to work on time. And I did not see him cross the street. And so when I didn't see him cross the street, he bangs on my car, the hood of my car. Of course, I saw him then once I got up on him, and I slammed on brakes, of course. But by then, the damage had been done, and he banging on my car, bitch, you going off, right? Me and out there standing in the parking lot looking at him going off on me, and he's standing there telling me at my car window that he will whoop my ass. I beat your ass, bitch. Da. You saw me coming from around the corner. You tried to hit me. Really? Okay? So it could work either way. We can say how gay men have a tendency to confront women as if you woman to woman in combat. You're not saying I'm trying to fight a woman. And you knowing that with all those men standing there, he wouldn't have done the same thing to them. He wouldn't have banged on their car. He wouldn't have got up in their face in the window. But I could have went over the river and through the woods and said the same thing, because that's the same situation, right? A similar scenario. I could have went over the river and through the woods and said, well, you know what? All gay men are like that. I would think, hopefully, that, and he's very effeminate, okay? Because it's always, to me, in my opinion, that is, generally speaking, that it's usually the very, very effeminate men that think that they can go toe to toe with women and really want to fight women. And so you always have these gay men who say, well, I'm a man. I'm a man. But you're a man when old boy knew he was a man when he got up in my damn face, told me he whooped my ass and was beating on my car. I'm going to give you the example. Do you think that the guys in that parking lot, the straight guys in the parking lot who saw him jumping up against my window, beating my window, trying to pull me out of my damn car, do you think they would have done something to him if he was straight or straight presented? Because that's a thing, okay? Because you have a lot of gay men that's straight presented, okay? Now you want to out Heavenly Son? Yeah, that's a good question. Would those straight men have come to my defense if that was a straight presented man or a straight man banging on my window trying to pull me out of my car? And I can assure you, 9 times out of 10, well, I take that back. I don't have to say 9 times. They told me. Oh, I thought you could handle yourself against him. Why? Remember, he's still a man, quote unquote. But he had no problem. And don't tell me that doesn't happen on the regular, because it does. Very effeminate gay men have a tendency to, not all, will confront women and fight women. Okay? So like I said, that's Heavenly scenario in reverse. You know damn well that lady ain't homophobic. Come on now. However, let me just say this. A gay man, Carlos King, defended Heavenly in her damn lie about her having to quit Messy Mondays because of Melody's fans. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Because I can tell you one thing about Marcus, too. I was going to say about Marcus. Marcus defends his sister. That's why you know. But then again, you have to look at it this way as well. Marcus is not effeminate. And another thing, within the gay community, we saw it on Candy in the Game. Within the gay community, there's a, back and forth between effeminate gay men and straight presenting gay men. Remember Philip? And I think his name was Brian. I clocked it immediately. I said, he don't like Brian because he's flamboyant and effeminate. Even though his partner was that way. Okay? I clocked it immediately. And then when I posted it on Twitter, back then it was Twitter, people were like, yep, that's what it is. Because you could feel it through the TV. that was what Philip's problem was with Brian. I think his name is Brian. Name escaped me. I miss Candy in the Game so bad. But anyway, back to all these men. You have men, gay men, instead of defending Melody, all of you who are coming out against her now, Dustin, Carlos can't say the word because he knows. He knows. Okay? He had Dustin's ass telling her to clean up her mess. But did you tell her to clean up her mess when she made that accusation against Melody's fans? And you still work with her. You see what I'm saying? Because you knew damn well that was not the case. Heavenly's problem has always been that Heavenly pisses people off from her antics on the show. And that's what we as fans of Melody and the Millimeters, because I say we separate from the Millimeters as fans of Melody, because fans of Melody can call her out and critique her. Okay? So, as fans of Melody and Millimeters, we tried to tell you that it was not Heavenly's harassment from the Millimeters. Maybe that had it added to her problem. But her main problem was her antics on the show and her antics on her YouTube channel, which you all have now found out. Hey, Carlos, Dustin, and everybody that continued to work with her after, the ones that's calling her out her name now, that worked with her after she left Messy Mondays. Calling out her name, calling out all kind of names, calling her on the bite and all this old type of shit. You continued to work with her after Melody made the accusation against her about how she got tired of her dragging her on Carlos' show. Now, Carlos King, if you thought she was, and Dustin, if you thought she was homophobic, why did you continue to work with her after her throwing another woman under the bus and her fan base? Okay, that was cool with you. That was cool with you to come on her, University to Millions, Mr. Millions or whatever show. It was cool with you then when you can get up on there and get with her and talk about Melody and her fans. Her mouth didn't bother you then. Now you hit dogs holler for a statement that she made that, in my opinion, was clearly taken out of context. Of course, as a straight presenting man or a gay man, you can defend your partner. She wasn't looking at that. She was specifically talking about one situation. And the first person who posted the Twitter X statement or post on Twitter X was the first person that just took a soundbite out of that whole entire statement that she made. You could tell she was making a comparison. Not a problem. That's a problem now. Wasn't a problem when she was dragging Melody and dragging her fans. Nobody, especially Dustin and Carlos, neither one of them said, hey, look, Dr. Heaven, is it possible? Because we don't like the way you run your mouth, girl. Now they don't like the way she run her mouth. Okay? Let me throw that out there. We don't like the way you run your mouth, girl. Can't you scale back some? You know, and maybe not drag Melody's fans like that, because you do a lot of shit on your show, right? That could cause people to dislike you a lot. Okay? Now, let me address and her son to the LGBTQ community. I thought it was a thing where we weren't supposed to be outing people. So that's what y'all gonna do. All right. But that I'm going to close. Come on in. As you can see, I ain't nobody's side. I'm trying to make people, this is how I always have been. I try to make people see things from a different scope. Look at it from Melody's fans' perspective. Look at it from gay, effeminate men's perspective. Look at it from straight presenting gay men's perspective. And then you will see that wasn't the road she was trying to take it down. Like I said, I believe she was trying to call Dr. G a bitch. And he was acting like a bitch. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. See if I made it very clear that was not what she wanted to do. I think people that hate Dr. Heavenly were ready to jump on the bandwagon, even though some of them don't fool with the gays either. But we likes everybody over here until you give me a reason not to. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to talk about deuces. My various other platforms will be under the description box and under my banner on my channel.